Buzz's Retirement Garage. I'm working on a video that's going to be pretty interesting and it's taking some time. So I thought I would do this video about Sam's Club versus Costco because I just got my what they call the 2% check. When you're a Costco executive member, I had to look at the paper. I couldn't remember what it was called. When you're an executive member, they give you 2% off of purchases. So I just got my check, and I'm going to hide the number there, but it's $81. And they always do that. They send you this check, whatever money you earned on that 2%, right before they charge you for your membership. So it's supposed to make you feel good, I guess. But anyway, I wanted to run through how I have both cards, both Sam's and Costco. And I know some of you listening to your comments, you aren't big Sam's Club and Costco fans. I also know some of you can't, or you're not near one, and 50, 60, 70 miles away, and maybe you go once a month or every quarter or something like that. But I just wanted to go through what my experience has been, because I do have both, and I've been a member for a long time, a member of both for a long time. So Costco, and I just printed these off today. These are the memberships. So you can see that the memberships are basically, if you get the executive membership from Costco, it's 130 bucks, and you can get it for 65 for the basic membership. Now you can see, and obviously the $130 version is going to give you more perks. They just started something new. I didn't even know this. Monthly credit on samedaycostco.com or Costco via Instacart. Now I've never used that. I have bought things online from them, but I haven't received a credit. I mean, this was months and months and months ago, and I haven't used their Instacart. So they're saying that it's a better deal. Now, with the executive membership, you do get that 2%. Okay, let's assume you don't have a credit card with them through Citibank. You'll get that 2% with the executive membership. And then you're, of course, supposed to get better gas prices, which I think you do. And you get, the Costco experience. And the chicken. The loss leader that they have at Sam's Club and Costco is the chicken. That's their loss leader. $5 for a nice rotisserie chicken. That's what caused me to go. That's what causes me to go every week. I hit one of them. Usually Costco once a month. Sam's Club the other weeks in the month. So that's the cost, $130, and that's what I pay. And these are pretty much similar, so the advantages. So I'm just going to show the one. This is Costco's, and Sam's Club is pretty much similar. So you can see you get 5% on gas, up to a certain limit. 4% for EVs. And my Blue Jays see that I'm out, so they're hungry. 3% on restaurants and eligible travel. 2% on Costco.com purchases. And this is with the credit card. Okay, so if you get the Citibank credit card, these are some of the things that you get with it. And I do have that card. And 1% on all other purchases. So last year, my 2025 Costco Rewards Certificate, and there's my planes. So between my Blue Jays and my planes, I got it covered. The 2024 certificate, which is, they're calling it 2025 because it was paid in February 12th. And actually it was a direct deposit into my bank account. Was, you can see that, $495.41. So that's what I gained last year. So yes, I paid $130 for the executive membership, but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I got $495. Take off the $130. That's the profit that I've gained by shopping through Costco. The breakdown, here's a breakdown of my current. So this says basically total earnings year to date. So 2025, I'm at $320 so far. So it breaks down into the gas, it's $232. So I usually, like I said, I only go to Costco once a month. Not all the time do I need gas because I'm only spending about 25 bucks a month on gas. So I get gas at Sam's Club normally. The few times that I do get gas at Costco, this is where I got $2.32. So not a big savings, but restaurants, 50 bucks so far this year, almost 51 bucks. That's not bad. And then 2% on Costco items that I buy, so 41 bucks. And 225 on my 1%. So the 1% means what? When I pay a bill, when I pay for other products and services that are not related to Costco, yeah, 225 bucks for using the credit card everywhere. Well, then years go by, and last year I wanted to get a Sam's Club credit card because they were offering some pretty good things. A $50 cash back automatically if you open their credit card. So last year I opened a credit card. I tried to open one. I did it online. They gave a deal for 50 bucks. So I said, well, that's great. Let me try it out. I didn't hear anything from them. So I went into the store and I just, I stopped in and I said, hey, what's going on with my credit card? Did I get it or what? And she says, here's the 888 number or 800 number or something you have to call it. I said, okay. So I called and basically, well, we don't know. We'll have to have somebody get back with you. And nobody did. So I said, you know what? I really don't care if I get the Sam's Club credit card or not. I don't care. I'm not going to chase getting credit. But since I went to Sam's Club more often than Costco, I wanted to get the credit card because, just like in that you saw the 5%, 4%, 3%, 2%, and 1%, I thought, well, if I'm getting gas over there, yeah, I'm only getting $25 a month in gas, but there's 5% off on that. And then I get the premium membership, or they call it the plus, at Sam's Club. So you can see that it's $110 versus Costco's $130. And then their club is $50 versus $65 at Costco. And member only fuel prices, these are some of the perks that everybody gets, both of those. Scan and Go, which we'll talk about in a second here. Free shipping on orders over $50. Now, last year, if some of my subscribers remember, I bought a shed from Sam's Club. I waited and waited and waited to see it go on sale, and it finally did. So I bought it online at Sam's Club, and they delivered it. Now I'm talking, it's a plastic shed, but still, that was a huge freight cost involved there, and it didn't cost me a dime. So just right there, that was worth it. We bought our washer and dryer from Costco some years back. The delivery was, I believe the delivery was free on that as well. And so a few years ago, we got good cash back. So $110 for that. Now, how much did I gain? I can't believe these planes, one right after another. As soon as I start up, subscribers know this is what happens to me every time. I'm out here all day. I don't get any planes. As soon as I turn on the video, it's funny. It's actually funny. Then they change direction at the airport. They start coming this way. So I apologize for that, but I have no control. So for Sam's Club, I've been a member since 2008. And if you can see this here, take a snapshot of that. Freeze your screen. Last year, I got back $409. Now they pay it in my subscription, if you want to call it that, is March to March. So last March, they started over again. So if you saw that, starting in March, I picked up another $97. They also gave me, when you open the Sam's Club card, so yes, I tried it again this year. So last year they denied me. This year I saw another thing come through, hey, 50 bucks. So I said, oh, let me try it again. And they instantly accepted me. The difference? I don't know. But they said, go ahead and you get your card and boom, boom, boom. And it's automatically set up. So the next time you make a purchase at Sam's Club, you're already into club. So I got the $50 credit already. Now the only drawback to it is I got a hard, what do they call that? A hard credit check. So they actually went in and I actually lost points because they did a hard credit check, which I'm not worried about. According to one that I just looked at, my credit score is 820, so I've got nothing to worry about there. You know, if I get one or two hard credit checks, not a big deal to me, but it can be a big deal to some people. So I was surprised Sam's Club did that, but that's the way it is. It's not Sam's Club, it was MasterCard that did that. So I got the $409 last year. So if you take the 409 and what did I say the other one was, 400 and some dollars, 495, minus out the 110 and the 130, I'm pretty much ahead. Now the trick is when you have two cards, you need to pay them off in 30 days. I don't have to tell you that, but you don't want it you don't want interest penalties. So you know, because I think the interest rates are like 20%. I'm just going to guess, but they're 20%. So you do not get a card if you can't pay it off every month. Now, a lot of, some people, I always say a lot, but it's some people, when they're retired, they want to pay cash. They don't want credit. I think if you can take those credit cards and make money on it, and basically that's what I'm doing. I'm making money by doing what I'm doing. And then other people say, well, you buy so much at Sam's and Costco, you end up throwing it away. And I can tell you, we don't throw anything away. A lot of our stuff gets frozen. Like if we see a sale on something, and Mrs. Buzz is gluten-free, so we're constantly at Costco for gluten-free items. That's the place to get gluten-free, not Sam's Club. But the chickens are pretty good at both places, the rotisserie chickens. So we always buy 2 chickens. It feeds us, feeds the cats, so everybody's happy. Now, the scan and go, so there's two recommendations that I have. With Costco, and I know some people tell us this too, there's one in Mayfield, there's one in Strongsville in our area. They are crowded. They are super crowded. They're more crowded than Sam's Club, in my opinion. So it's a little bit tougher. The traffic situation is tougher at the one in Strongsville. They have it tucked away. You have to go down this side road. There's no other way in or out. It's that road or nothing. And it ends up going to Route 82, which is a super well-traveled road. So you're sitting at the light a lot. And I don't know, it's kind of frustrating, especially when it's busy, to get in and out of the store and then fight the traffic to try to get back to the highway in my case. So that's a drawback, but everybody's cool over there. The Strongsville location in Ohio, there's never been an issue. Yes, it's crowded, but everybody's polite. So maybe it's not that big of a deal, but lots of gluten-free there. Now the Sam's Club that I go to, they have the scan and go. Well, the scan and go is nice, and everybody says, oh, it's great, and it is. So you're taking your phone, you're scanning the items, you put them in your cart, and then you go through like an x-ray machine, and they basically, you're doing it against your credit card, and they basically say, hey, you're good, and I'm good to go. So that's nice, but at Costco, they always have 2 people running register. One running register, one taking stuff out of your cart and putting it back in. They are quick and efficient. They are very good. So if I had my choice, when it came to scan and go versus our Costco, which always has 2 people, I would take the Costco hands down. Sam's Club got to be really bad. One person, no extra person helping, and some of the people were just not into the job. And so I'm glad our Sam's Club went to Scan and Go. I don't have to deal with all that, but it's more work on me. And so I mean, you choose your poison, whichever, you're still spending money. It depends on how you want to do it. So, but those are my breakdowns of Sam's and Costco. If you got any questions about it, comments. Again, the end of the day, or the end of the year, I should say, I'm making a pretty good amount of money, and I think in it helps us. Um, at the bottom line, it's going to help us, and we do get savings. Our biggest savings at either store is on paper products. I mean, they don't go bad. You can buy giant rolls or big packages of toilet paper and paper towels and uh, detergents and stuff like that. You can't go wrong. And sure, you can buy smaller quantities at a little bit higher prices and conserve your money monthly that way and keep it in the bank, drawing interest versus spending it all up front. But now you're getting into maybe pennies and a few dollars. But so I think for us, we're fortunate that we have both of them fairly close to us. And do I choose one over the other? Sam's Club, to me, less gluten free, but cheaper overall, at least in my spending habits. Costco, more gluten free items, but when I leave Costco, I have a bigger bill. So I don't know how that works out, but it does. So anyway, that's my look at Sam's and Costco. Leave a comment.